Hey everyone out there in internet land, welcome back to the Spector Creative channel. It is a pleasure to have you with us today. Every time you spend with us is really greatly appreciated. I hope you're having a wonderful day. We're talking about feet today. Okay, not like, Quentin Tarantino, I'm obsessed with actresses' feet kind of thing. I'm talking about alien feet. You know, aliens, feet, right? That's actually exactly what I'm talking about here. Why is it that, especially in science fiction, aliens don't wear shoes? All right, I'm Scott Toy Guru Nightlick, and this is the Spectre Creative channel. And noting in the intro, yeah, we're talking about feet, alien feet, sci-fi alien feet. All right, here's the big question. Obviously, someone like Chewbacca, we've been over. We get why he doesn't wear pants and he doesn't wear shoes. Okay, same with Ewoks, right? Ewoks also don't wear pants and don't wear shoes. They're cute little teddy bears, so we forgive them. But what about other aliens? I noticed while prepping my Cantina display for the upcoming HasLab Cantina coming out, I've been kind of pulling all of my old Cantina figures, and I especially, actually, I was fiddling around with this new Momo Nadone, and I was thinking, why come he doesn't wear shoes? I mean, seriously. There's plenty of Cantina patrons that wear shoes, right? That have boots. But there's also plenty that don't. I mean, I guess, Muftak here falls into the Chewbacca category, that he's just walking around naked and his fur, covers gets the job done. See my video on DC Classics Cheetah for more on that. But, other aliens, and I know I'm dealing with a guy his head was only seen on screen, and obviously Kenner made up, or Hasbro made up what his feet look like. But, there's a lot of examples, right, where characters are fully dressed, yet they don't have shoes on. Here's a classic trilogy example that Hasbro didn't make up the bottom half. Well, actually, they did, because we never saw it, but it's probably more likely than not. But again, why does this Wolfman, was it Laxivrak, why doesn't he have shoes on? Greedo has shoes on. See, he doesn't have a holster, like he's not supposed to have a holster, but he has shoes. So, okay, so there's two ways to approach this. There's the in-world and there's the real world. So let's talk about the real world first. Obviously, when you are making a monster for a movie, I'll call Moma Nadone a monster. I mean, a non-human alien. I mean, there's friendly aliens too, of course, right? But when you're creating this, and you want it to look the most non-human, I think one of the easiest things to do is to not give him shoes, because shoes are a very people thing to have. But two, you can show off more of the alien, because you can show off that he's got, all these crazy toes and feet. But my question still, it still remains, why don't these characters have boots? There's that one example from Star Trek, right? I think it was movie 5, maybe movie 6. They all blend at the end. Um, where they're trying to, yeah, and that famous line where he pulls out the shoes as if the shoe fits, and it's clearly an alien shoe. That's the only time in sci-fi I could think of where there was a shoe designed to fit an alien, and that was for, a comedic gag in the story. But if you look at things like Orville, I think is a great example. There's a lot of aliens on the crew, but they're not required to wear outfits or uniforms. They're just forgiven. It's like, why does it's not the Federation in Orville. I always forget what the name of the group is, but the 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 government that oversees, the people put in the comments and call me what an idiot I am that I can't remember every detail about Orville. Um, but yeah, why don't they make uniforms that work for different alien species? Why are only humanoids required to wear a uniform? And more so, again, going to the feet. This becomes an ongoing joke. Also, I mean, it shows up in Orville, shows up in Star Trek and Star Wars, where people are pointing to aliens' feet and they have, multiple toes and monster feet, but no shoes. So there's the sort of the real world examples is wanting to show off more of the monster, of the creature. Then the in universe, I can that's what puzzles me is, I don't understand. I mean, some, aliens do wear footwear, like Gamorrean guards, but I don't know. It just, to me, it makes no sense why anyone who doesn't have humanoid feet in Star Wars doesn't wear shoes. They wear clothing. They clearly know how to wear jackets and cloaks and, all sorts of things. I mean, Moma Nadone's got all sorts of things hanging off of him, neckerchiefs and skirts, but no shoes. And you could blame it on the species, I guess, like Chewbacca, but I don't know. To me, an alien that is evolved enough to wear clothing, I would assume is evolved enough to wear shoes and wants to wear shoes. I know that some species, maybe don't need them because they have hooves or something, but man, I don't know. I don't know if you can get away with that for, every possible alien species that doesn't wear, basically if you don't have 10 toes, 5 on each foot, and a humanoid based, foot. You ain't getting a boot in sci-fi. You got to go bootless. It's crazy, but yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Anyone out there have I guess, a theory why so many sci-fi aliens go shoeless in their universe? I'd love to see this explained. The Force? Yeah, that's your answer to everything. All right. Thanks for watching. Thanks for dealing with some foot fetishes from an action figure standpoint, and I'll see you guys in the next video.